Okay, this is a quick tutorial on how to access the Gale Reference Library for literature research. Um, the best way to get started here is if you go to the high school's website, not the district's website. You go to eahs.eastonsd.org. If you go to the high school's website, it's a lot less steps. So once you're here, you want to go to academics, and then you want to click on library down at the bottom. Okay, this will bring you into the database page, and you want to go down and find the literary research. Okay, we are going to look at today the Gale Reference Library, the literature reference library. This has like poetry for students, short stories for students, novels for students. It's a great like Spark Notes type of reference books that will kind of break down everything much easier to understand, give you some themes, give you some historical context. Great starting point for literature research. Okay, so we're going to click on the Gale Reference Library, and at the top, my recommendation would be to search for the title of whatever you're researching. So if we're going to do some research on To Kill a Mockingbird, I'm just going to use their word, and we'll hit search, and here we get our results. Now we have 21 results. Many of the results that you're going to see in here might work for you, but I think the top two show up right at the top. The first one, this is the one you want. You want the Novels for Students entry. So don't click on Novels for Students. You want to click on the title here, To Kill a Mockingbird. So this is what I was telling you about. They have that Novels for Students reference book in here. I love this as a great starting point for research because it gives you like everything. So you get a little introduction about the book, you get a biography, you get plot summary. Okay, so if you're still having a hard time understanding novels and what have you, it gives you a little bit of breakdown on the novel. It gives you what the characters are, what do they mean, how do they relate to the story. Then it goes through and gives you, and sorry for scrolling through really quickly, but I just want to get down to this part. It gives you themes. This is where you can use this to get ideas for what you might write about. So your whole paper on To Kill a Mockingbird might be about this theme of prejudice and tolerance. Maybe you want to use that as your overarching theme in your thesis statement. So this is why I love this set, because it helps you generate ideas of what to write about. And believe me, anything that you're going to see in here is stuff you're going to find elsewhere. So you'll find, obviously, a lot of information out there about prejudice in To Kill a Mockingbird and how that influenced the characters and all that. Okay, so I love this because it's a great leaping point for research, because you how the story was written, symbolism, you can add all that. And another big piece that I love about this set is the historical context. It gives you what's happening in history during the time that the author was writing. The civil rights in the 1950s is a huge part of To Kill a Mockingbird and relates back to prejudice. So you can throw in a little bit of history too. So I love this. As I always say, this particular book, this Novels for Students or Short Stories for Students or whatever, it's like the Walmart of databases of information, because it's got a little bit of everything in there. So once you find your articles in any of these sets, what's nice is if you, let's see, let's go to the top. You can save all your articles to your Google Drive. You would just click on this little icon right here at the top. And what it does too is it gives you, if I click Cite at the top, it's also going to send you this MLA citation with the article that all you'll need to do is copy and paste into your works cited page. So it does the work for you. You're not going to be able to easy bib these articles because the internet won't be able to find these, because these are for an at-home service, or a paid-for service. So you have to use the citations that the databases give you. So with each article, the MLA citation will go with you, okay? So don't forget to save it to your Google Drive. And it's a nice way to collect articles anyway. Just put all your research into your drive. Please, if you have any questions, email me at safarad@eastonsd.org, or your teacher will be more than happy to help you with your research, find more articles. This is what I do for a living. So if you run in any trouble or trouble accessing, please email either one of us. Also, the teacher should also give you the database page of home access passwords in your classroom, your Google Classroom. It also lives in your iPad in the, let me see if I can go to my iPad, in your Books app here. So here in the Books app, the database page is also in here. I'll click on it. And you can actually use this database page to leap from. So if I go to literature research, you can actually click here. It will bring you into the database, and here's all the home access passwords. So this, again, was in your Books app. It should be there, okay? So if it is not, please email me or your teacher.